evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Friday, the 1st of June, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Windies beat Netherlands, and in our feature for this evening, Eastern's edges Jets in a thriller. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
We represent the students of 4A1 Room 2, and you are watching NTV. CSS, we large and in charge.
Well, I'm back and we start with cricket. Cricket West Indies yesterday paid tribute to David Holford, the former West Indies all-rounder who passed away on Monday in his homeland Barbados. He was 82. As a leg spinner and lower middle-order batsman, he played some 24 test matches between 1966 and 1977. His finest hour came during the Lord's Test in 1966 when he made a magnificent unbeaten century as part of a historic partnership of 274 with his cousin Sir Garfield Sobers. In just his third Test innings, Holford made 105 not out to help save West Indies from danger after being 95 for 5 in the second innings. His best bowling figures were 5 for 23 versus India in the first innings, which helped to set up a victory at Kensington Oval in 1976. He was also captain of Barbados and led them to the Shell Shield title and briefly played for Trinidad and Tobago. After retirement, Holford held several roles in the game. He was president of the Spartan Club, director of Barbados Cricket Association, West Indies selector, and manager of the West Indies cricket team. Ricky Skerritt, president of the CWI, paid tribute. Skerritt said, David Holford epitomized the values of cricket both on and off the field and was the quintessential West Indies cricketer and ambassador. As a player, he was a top-quality all-rounder and captain who gave his utmost at all levels. As an administrator, team manager, and pitch curator, he demonstrated his ongoing love for the game by his vision and dedication. He had a hand in the development of several young players across the region, not just in cricket, but in several other fields of endeavor. David's legacy is therefore one of service and dedication to Barbados and West Indies cricket. CWI hereby extends our deepest condolences to his wife Marva and all his family and friends. Onto the field of play, Shai Hope's 11th one-day century studded West Indian domination in the first of 3 one-days against Netherlands yesterday. On a blustery day with sheets of rain that reduced the game to 45 overs aside, West Indies made light work of 248 runs chased as they got home with 11 balls to spare and 7 wickets in hand. They were also bruised in half-centuries from Shamar Brooks and Brandon King. The tone of the chase was set early as Hope and Brooks added 120 for the first wicket. While their approach wasn't explosive in the T20 sense, they kept reeling off enough to always stay ahead of the asking rate. Summarized scores: Netherlands 240 for 7. Nidaman Nuru, he got 58. Vikarimit Singh got 47. Hussain picked up 2 for 29. Mayers 2 for 50. West Indies in response 249 for 3. Hope 119 not out. Brooks got 60 and King was 59 not out. West Indies won by 7 wickets. The second match would be on Thursday. We'll take this break and I'll be back with our feature for this evening. Well, I'm back and cricket is in the spotlight. It came down to 2 runs required and just 1 wicket to fall. It was the clash of the arch rivals, Easterns and SDA Jets. The match was played at the VOGN grounds on Sunday the 29th of May as part of the ongoing 35 Overs League hosted by the Nevis Cricket Association. The fans in the pavilion virtually held their breaths, but it all ended in anticlimactic fashion, with the Jets bowler bowling 2 wides and the Eastern supporters exploded onto the field in celebration. Earlier, Jets won the toss and batted first and compiled a solid 216 in their 30 allotted overs, with Curtis Statics Dorr, with his brand new bat and all, looking as elegant as when he played for Nevis senior team many years ago, to hit a stroke-filled century. You would think that such a score was worthy of a victory, but Easterns had other ideas. Sheldon Brown blasted his way to a ton of his own, riding his luck well with some free chances in the process. This brought about the nail-biting finish, with Easterns going away the happier team. Summary scores: Jets 216 for 5 in 30 overs, Curtis Dorr 111, O'Neill Daddy Shakes Walters 39, Elroy Kelly 23. Tevin Nisbet picked up 2 for 28, Sylvester Hobson and Gilmore Hobson 1 wicket each. Easterns 217 for 9 in 28.2 overs, Sheldon Brown around 100, Dwayne Newton 28, Sterling Heidegger 18, Sylvester Hobson 16. Elroy Kelly bagged 4 for 56, Curtis Morton 2 for 40, Wilkes and Walters 1 wicket each. Easterns won by 1 wicket. Man of the match, Curtis Statics Dorr. Let's take in some of the first half action from this game. So here goes once more. Races in now to bowl to Dorr. Dorr is pulling that one savagely to mid-wicket for 4. That's a lovely shot. He just dropped short and Dorr was back in a flash and just tugged it to mid-wicket for 4. So here goes once more. Moving in now to bowl to Dorr. Good delivery that. That was closer and Dorr wasn't across. Came across after the fact, but he was comprehensively beaten. Flat-footed in his crease on that occasion. Dorr settles. He moves in now to bowl to Dorr. He's stroking that one through the offside. Finds the gap. Fielders chasing after it. They should be pulling it back. And strong return by Fifield. And 2 runs easily acquired. So that brings Dorr back into strike. Settles over his bat. He bowls. He's pulling that one away. That's another lovely pull shot. That bat hit sweet. And another short ball, and Curtis Statics Dorr rocked back on the back foot and pulled it over mid-wicket for 4. Bowles now takes his drive into the offside. That's going to run down the hill. That's going to go for 4. That's a lovely shot on the front foot, stroking it to the offside. Settles once more. Bowls. That's as wide as they come. The keeper dives across a long way. And Shakes comes through for the single. Well, it's 2 wides added to the total. So Dorr would love to put some runs in that new bat today. He has started well. He's slapping this one. The man goes down. He goes past him. It might run into the boundary. It's traveling pretty close to the boundary. It goes into the boundary for 4. Poor bit of fielding there by Fifield. It was hit hard by Dorr, and he got his hand to it. And even after hitting his hand, the ball still traveled. So it was hit very well indeed by Dorr. That bat really hits nicely. So Brown moves in now to bowl to do it off the edge, over the keeper, gone for 4. Once he dropped short, Doe went after it, got the top edge, went over the keeper's head, and gone for 4. So we understand that the 50s on the tins, so they have done pretty well after a very bad start for Jets. 1 wicket for no runs, now 50 for 1. So these two have done pretty well. And we have Bryce Fifield has been brought into the attack. Number 5 on his back. And he'll be bowling to O'Neill Walters. My goodness, that's as wide as they can get. Wide delivery. Well stopped by the keeper though. Hendrickson going a long way across to stop it. And he has to do pretty well because his long leg is in place way away from a fine leg area and a man at short third man. And he pulls it away. That's a lovely shot by O'Neill Walters for 4. That's it. So Fifield moves in once more. He's hooking this one in the air. There's a man coming across. Is he going to get to it? It's jumping well inside the boundary and they should be getting 2. He really didn't latch on to that well. He went way in the air. And once it dropped, it virtually stopped. Didn't run off into the boundary. That ends the over. Up. So a good partnership between these two. After a very bad start for Jets today. Settles over his bat now. Door. He's cutting it away. That's gone. That's a lovely shot. It was wide. It stood up to be hit. And he just cuffed it over backward of point for 4. Oh, he missed out on that, but I think it's going to go all the way to the boundary. It does. So it's going to be 4 wides, 4 welcome runs. Here goes, bowls. He's cutting this one. It's in the air for a bit. It's going to run down the hill. Can they pull it back? They should get at least 2 and maybe even thinking of a 3rd, but 2 more runs to the total. Another ball standing up to be hit and he just hit it over the man at point. Got 2. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Curtis Statics Doe as the wind picks up here. He's pulling that one. There's a man racing across from mid-wicket. Can he pull it in? It's going to run pretty close to the boundary. It crosses the boundary now. That's 4 more to Doe. Now let's see if he can do any better with the left-hander in strike. So he's a youngster. Not a lot of experience. Some field adjustments being made. As Walter settles, Smitten moves in now to bowl. He's pulling that one away. That's a lovely shot by O'Neill Walters. That's gone for 4. Majestic shot. That's it. Sheldon Brown is giving some advice to the youngster. What could he have told him? Try to get it on in line with the stumps. Here he goes once more. Smitten bowls short and he's... Oh my goodness. He bangs it over point for 4. Walters in majestic form. That... Fifield. He's pulling it in the air. It's going to fall well short of the fielder. For whatever reason, he really didn't latch on to that door. And he just knocked it high in the air. In the general area of mid-wicket, got a single. So the score has moved on now to 98. 98. No, I think it's 99 because they got a wide and they got 2 runs. So I think it's 99 now. Fifield bowls. He's cutting that one. That's a lovely shot. Oh, well played by O'Neill Walters. That's a superb shot by Walters. And you could just watch him out there laughing. He's enjoying this innings. And most of the guys on the Easterns team are much younger. And they're challenging them. have to watch that sweep shot Daddy Shakes. There he goes. He's pulling at that. Comes off the body. And so it won't be a wide. So this could be a good contest because he'll want to go after him, Shakes. He's cutting and missing outside the off stump. It was there for the cut shot, really short and wide-ish. And he was punching at it, missed the shot completely. This is going to be an interesting contest. He's pulling at this one. And it's hitting him high and down the leg side. Shakes has that tendency to play across the off spinner. So let's see what happens now. Marshall appealing to the umpire. Here he goes once more. He's cutting this one. Beats the man. No, well stopped. That's a beautiful stop by Roger on 5 field. One-handed and all. He was traveling down the hill. Had it gone past him, that would have gone for 4. It was well played on that occasion. Here goes Marshall, bowls. This time he's pushing it into the offside. Can't score. And ends a quiet over there for Marshall. Well bowled in the end. Just 1 run from it. Here he goes now. Moves in now to bowl Walters. Walters is playing across that one. He has sent him. Played right across it. He can't believe it though. He's still standing there. But I think he was struck in line on that occasion. Played right across it and he's gone. So the spin bowling has put a little bit of a quiet on the proceedings. As he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's hitting it over the head of the bowler. This is heading towards us. That's gone for 4. Lovely shot. Straight down the ground. Well played by Curtis Static Store. Taking it on the full. Hitting it over the head of the bowler. Down the ground for 4. And he was on the back foot and just hit it back up the strip to the bowler. Here he goes once more. And that's a mis-stumping, I believe, because it definitely passed the batsman. And let's see if a wide will be signaled. No, it's leg byes. Well, I guess the keeper was offset by the fact that the ball came off the pads. So he was going down the track and not going down to play a big shot, was playing defensively, strangely enough. And that one spun back. He waited on it, it spun back. And maybe he just needs to meet him on the full once he's looping like that. But he's getting a bit of turn. And no, maybe about that. So Marshall getting a bit of turn here. This time, that should be 4. Down the hill it goes. Off target was Marshall. And well played by Curtis Static Store. Here he goes now. Boards to Kelly. Kelly's hitting this one. Well, oh, dropped. I was about to say well caught because he got to it, got both hands to it, but floated. So fortune favoring Kelly there, trying to go down the ground, getting a single in the process. So Kelly back in strike. Looks as if he's ready to up the ante. He's slapping this one down towards the man at long off. Sheldon Brown comes across, only a single. So 1 more to the total. So that would bring Door back into strike. Right away the man pedals back towards deep mid wicket. Here he goes, boards to Door. Door is on driving, just short of Sterling Marshall. It was in the air for a while. If Marshall was a little bit more fleet-footed, could have probably dived and picked up that one. But after all, it's Sterling Marshall. So here he goes now. Moves in now to bowl to Door. Door is pulling this one, but there's a man at mid-wicket. He's racing across. He's going to get to it. They're going back for the second. And they're going to get it very easily in the end. So 2 more to Door. Well played. Just carting it back out of square. Getting 2. Man has had a long run. Pulled it in. Couldn't prevent 2. So Door really batted well today. As he moves in now to bowl. He's driving. That's a lovely shot. But there's Sheldon misfeeling here. No, feels well. And gets the return in quickly. Only a single. But that was well played. There's Kelly swinging it away for 4. Took it on the full and carted it through mid-wicket for 4. Lovely shot, Kelly. It's obvious that Marshall is getting a bit of turn. He's pulling this one down the hill past the man 4. That's going to go for 4. There's no way mid-wicket can stop that. So well played by Curtis Static Store. And another boundary. I think this could be Marshall's final over. As he moves in now to bowl to do is swinging into that. Down the hill, that's 4. Down the hill, that's 4. Once it clears the man at mid-wicket, it's going to go for 4. That's it, Tadix. Swings it away, down the hill 4. Lovely shot by Kelly. Another boundary. Now we have a man placed at square leg deep. I always thought that the field setting has been very poor by the Easterns team. They have helped the cause of the Jets team by keeping most of the fielders inside of the circle for quite an extended period. And so it's going to be Fifield, who has started a really awful over. He's bowling really short. Short again, smashed away. This one is running pretty close to the boundary. It doesn't get there, and they go back for 2. There's a buzz, and they're going to get 2 more maybe, because poor work here. Static Store is thinking of it. He's going for it. This could be dangerous. He's home. That's brilliant. 100. Has made his 100. Curtis Static Store has gotten to his 100. Well played. Brilliant knock. Well, that's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.